Alright, so I'm out here with the Pro Max once again, and I have the beacon here with me. So I'm going to be going through a little bit more on the beacon and showing you some things that I forgot to mention in the previous video, which if you haven't seen that one, you can check it out up here. And just going through them and doing a couple of test rounds out here. So let's get into it. Alright, so now we're connected. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this. If you swipe up, you see that you have your flight settings and you have your camera settings. Now when you click on the flight settings, you have your duration, and when you click on that, you have 30 seconds and continuous. You have target tracking, so when you're in the auto follow mode or dolly track, or whichever automated mode you're in, you can target track. I'm going to keep that off. Here are your camera settings. You have your shooting mode, photo and video. You have your shooting pattern, HDR, slow-mo, hover, and cine. You have your vertical shooting. So if I do that, let me see if it lets me. Alright, and I go back out, you see it switches to vertical mode. Alright, I'm going to get out of that. Switch this off. Sometimes it takes a little bit of messing around with it with your finger. It's kind of annoying sometimes. But anyway, resolutions, you have your 1080p and 4K. There's no 8K, unfortunately. You have your frame rates, 30, 50, and 60. And then you have your video encoding. It's on H.265. Alright, get out of that. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you guys are these icons here on the top and what they mean. The first one is the sound recording icon, and obviously it's not recording anything, so it's off, but if I press record, you'll see that it's now green. The next one here next to it is the beacon omni-terrain. Next to that is the hover link, and over here next to that one is the hover's omni-terrain icon. As you can see, it's activated. Next to this is the transmission signal strength, and that indicates the transmission strength between the hover and the beacon. Right now the beacon is not in omni-terrain. I'm in a closed area, so it's not going to connect until I'm in an open area. So yeah, next to that is the hover's battery indicator, and the last one is the beacon's battery indicator. Now this hover link here has to be green. Right now it's fully green, but the beacon is not connected with this, which is strange, because if the bottom one is grayed out, that means that the beacon omni-terrain is not connected. But it says here that it is connected. So anyway, I don't know, must be some sort of error. But if the top chain, part of the chain link, is grayed out, that means that the hover OT is not connected. If the bottom is grayed out, like I said, the beacon is omni-terrain is not connected. So keep that in mind when you guys take off. Make sure that all of these three icons are green so that it works properly. Alright, so another thing I wanted to mention with this beacon is somebody, I saw online, somebody mentioned that you can access the return to beacon settings through the beacon alone once you're flying. So I'm going to try that out, but I didn't see that. Usually you just, press up, you go to your flight settings, and it's supposed to be available here, and it's not. So once I take off in the field, I'll test that out to see if that's the case. Now, once you take off and you want to manually control it via the beacon, it's going to take off, and what you want to do is you want to press the pause button once, and then you're going to see an option, two options actually, return to home point or return to beacon. And then on the bottom of that, you're going to see it says or keep on flying. You press keep on flying, and once you do that, you can now control these sticks here. Now, it's not really ideal for flying. It's just for an emergency. So if you're doing a follow me on a bike and it's flying a little bit higher than you, and it you just lose track of it, and you turn around, you're like, oh crap, where is it? So you just you press pause, and you can either have it return to the beacon to where you're at, or you can manually control it back to you safely if there's trees or any obstacles around where you don't want it to crash into. So yeah, we'll try that out. So what I'm going to show you now, one second, is I'm going to connect the joystick. Now when you do connect the joystick, you see that it says joystick connected, and now you're in manual control. So now if I swipe up and I go to flight settings, you'll see that now I do have a lost connection setting. And if I click on that, you'll see that it has the options for return to home, hover in place. So if it loses connection, it will just hover in place until you reach it and bring it down. Or you can retrace it 30 meters and hover. So let's say I'm flying it out and I lose connection, or I'm kind of nervous because the connection is shoddy. What I'll do is I'll press the return to home and have it on retrace 30 meters and hover, and it will just backtrack 30 meters. So yeah. Return to height. Now you have your return to height settings. I have it on 5 meters. For those of you who saw my short video on it, I had it on 20, and then I lowered it to 5. And we'll check this out again. We'll test it more on the field. And then you have your flight speed. So that's pretty cool that you can control your flight speed now through the beacon. You have your horizontal speed, your vertical speed, and your course. So when you want to use the joystick and you have it in the air, if you want to use the haptic motion, which is where you move it like this, you want to press this button here and keep your finger on it. So you click down, keep your finger on it, and then you move it forward, backwards, or sideways. And the joystick here is to go up, down, and yaw to the left and yaw to the right. So yeah. All right, so let's go to the field and test it out and show you what she does. All right, so I have the beacon connected, and I'm about to put it up in the air, the Pro Max. Right now, I don't have any omni-terrain activated. I think once I put it in the air, it'll automatically connect, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So just give me a second so I can put it up in the air. And now, as you can see, it's recording. The audio is recording, but I don't have any omni-terrain activated, which is kind of strange. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to go ahead and press the pause button here.
Home point updated.
Right, so it says
the current location is now the home point. Activating manual control.
Right,
please confirm.
You can see that. All right, you can see that. So I'm going to press continue flying. And here it tells you to press up, down, and how to control it using this here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pressing sideways here is the yaw. So I'm gonna yaw to the right, yaw to the, yaw to the right here, yaw to the left. It's a little windy. And now I'm gonna press forward here. Press forward. As you can see, it's taking off. I'm gonna raise it up by pressing this one here. Let's see, it's going up. Now, for rolling, it doesn't quite roll. I don't know why. Then I'm gonna bring it down, and now I'm gonna switch it to the joystick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go up a little bit more, and I'm gonna go out. And let's see. So I'm at 3 meters. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit more. Raise it up to 6 meters. And now I'm gonna go out. Let me see. I'm gonna go all the way to 40 meters and then stop, right? Okay, so I'm at 40 meters right there. There we go. This is out of focus. I'm gonna raise it up to 10 meters. All right, so I have it up to 10 meters. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press return to beacon, and it should raise down to 5 meters and come back to me. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see. All right, there we go.
Returning to the beacon point.
Returning to
Please
the beacon
ensure
point.
safe flight.
All right, as you can see. So yeah, my phone stopped recording as it was returning, but it did come back, and it wanted to land right there where that bush is, a little bit lower downhill there, where I couldn't reach it. So what I had to do was use the beacon. I put it into manual mode and retrieved it. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind with the beacon, is that when you have the return to beacon activated, it's going to return back to the beacon in approximately around 3 to 5 meters. So you want to keep that in mind. Make sure you have no obstacles around, no trees or branches or bushes where it can crash into.
Is now the home point.
So now
activating manual control.
Activating the manual
Please
control.
Confirm.
I'm going to continue flying, get out of that, right? Now I'm going to swipe up and see. Oh, well, look at that, it does work. So now you do have your return to home settings here. Right now I have it at 5 meters. And yeah, so that works. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's cool. So that works. So you can change the height settings for the return to beacon directly from the beacon. One more thing I forgot to add here is I wanted to show you how you record audio with the beacon. So if I press here, I'm going to start recording. It's recording audio, as you can see, and the green icon is recording audio. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk. 1 2 3, check 1 2 3. This is the audio from the beacon. Hopefully that sounds good. I'm going to move away from, I don't think it has noise canceling yet, but I'm going to move away from the hover and see how it sounds now. Hopefully it sounds better Sounds more clear. And yeah, that's how the audio sounds. Now, when you record from the beacon directly, what's going to happen is you're going to have video files, and I believe you have separate audio files which you download, or I don't know if they fixed that and the video has already the audio synced up to it. So I have to test that out once I get back inside and let you guys know. Alright, so now I have the joystick connected. I have a feed. Sorry if my phone came out blurry. It's hard for me to focus. And I'm only a one-man band here, so I'm trying to do the best I can. I didn't bring my tripod, so unfortunately I'm holding this. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it up and show you how this wand joystick works.
Location is now the home point.
I don't know if you heard that, but it updated the home location. Now there is a little wind, so I'm not gonna go crazy with it. This is only level, actually it's level 5 wind, so it can handle it. Anyway, so here is the joystick, as you can see. So if I turn this way, it's gonna yaw to the left, and then it's gonna yaw to the right, raise it up, raise it down. The wand, I'm gonna raise it up. Let me go to the light here so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna raise it up. So to make it go forward, you wanna press this button here and keep your hand on it. So I'm pressing it, and now I can go sideways, as you can see. I'm going sideways again. Move it over here a little bit. And I'm gonna press the button and move it forward. And it goes forward. And I can press the joystick up, as you can see. And it goes up and about. And I'm just gonna, let it be. Raise it up a little bit. I don't wanna crash it into any bushes along the way. Raise it up where I can have a visual line of sight. And where are we right now? Let's stop it around there. Raise it up a little bit. Where are we? We're at 8 meters height and 8 meters height and 54 meters distance. So I'm gonna pick it up a little bit to 10 meters. All right, so now I'm at 10 meters. I'm gonna push it a little bit more. Raise it up a little bit more. 86 meters, 14 meters height, and 86 distance. So I'm gonna push it to 100 and see if it can do that. So right now we're at 104 and 17 meters in height. I'm gonna bring it back. So that's not bad for using the wand only. So I'm gonna go ahead and press it again and bring it back to me. And it is returning. I believe it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm bringing it this way. All right. Push it down. And what I'm going to do is so I got to disconnect. So it disconnected. And it's landing. Now I don't want it to land. So I have to go towards it. Silly me. Still trying to connect. So it lost connection coming back. That sucked. So now I have to walk towards it. Whoa, and now it's going back. All right, there it goes. And going back to the home point. Wow, what a crazy day. Whew. Reconnect failed, but I see it, it's right there. It actually came back to the exact point where I was, so that's not bad. Now it's landing, and it landed. So I took off around here, and it's right over there. So it's not bad. It was pretty accurate, the return to home. Yeah, it lost connection. It's a bit of wind. And yeah, that was a bummer. But I'm gonna try to reconnect it, see if I can reconnect it again. While I have it here. Connect. See if I can reconnect it. And it wasn't that bad, but obviously if you're, all right, there we go. So we have an image feed. So yeah, you don't want to fly this with the just the joystick haptic, just with the one joystick, and take it out that far. I mean, as you saw, it can go 100 meters. It probably could have gone farther, but I just don't trust it with this, you know, movement thing. I'm more confident with the sticks and, you know, having the connection with the transmission signal that way rather than this. But it does work, and the return to home did work. In this case, the return to beacon. So that was good, as you saw. All right, so there you have it, the beacon and the joystick combo. I'm not gonna do the full joystick, double joystick today. I'm gonna leave that for another video. But yeah, I just wanted to come out here and show you guys how it works. Most of all, I wanted to test out the manual control just using the beacon alone, and it did work, and the return to beacon did work as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you liked the video, please add a like to it. That's very much appreciated, and I'll check you out on the next one. God bless you all.